Paul's top 5 guns for home defense. Okay, if he's an honest motherfucker, I don't think he's gonna put AR-15 on here. Let's see.
Because based on the commentary, I realized there were some points that I had failed to make clear. A lot of people had a lot of misunderstandings, most of which were my fault. So bear with me if I cover material I previously covered. Bear with me if I repeat myself, because there's some points I want to make sure I make clear. Home defense guns come with a litany of criteria to consider. Things like, do you live by yourself, or are there multiple people in the home that may need to use?
Okay, bro, is this for real? Like, is this video? Is he constantly gonna be, dude? He is a comedian. I think that he should never be funny. It scares the fuck out of me, but it's such bad audio. What the fuck?
Right gun for everyone. Things like, is your gun stored in such a way that it's readily available to you but not accessible to little children? Concerns with over-penetration, list goes. Plain old double-action revolver. Easy to store, very simple to operate. All you got to do is pull the trigger. They can be very effective. My personal choice is the Smith & Wesson Model 29, 44 Magnum. There are a lot of criticisms of handguns like this. One of the biggest ones being that because it's so powerful, it has a great potential for overpenetration and endangered innocent bystanders. That can be a very valid concern, but in my particular case, it really just doesn't apply. Another criticism of handguns like this is because they're so powerful and they have a lot of recoil that they'll really slow you down for subsequent shots. Well, let's shoot it. Seems okay to me. One of the other criticisms is that revolvers don't hold enough rounds.
Okay, he's just flexing. Like, he's just like, this is literally him flexing. Like, it might not be good for you for home defense, but I'm Bill Dipperly.
Most revolvers hold 5 or 6. This one holds 6. And although accurate statistics on how many rounds a citizen fires in a home defense shooting are really hard to get, I think you'll find that most of the time the situation is resolved with less than 6 rounds. And if it isn't, you can certainly reload. One of the things is, I hear people say that revolvers...
Fatty is feeding his face. Chubby fingers can't fire a weapon. Dude, your name is literally Baba Booey, dude. I don't even need to say anything else. You're 78 years old. You're the Howard Stern fan. The fuck are you doing in a Twitch chat?
Revolvers can't be efficient.
That's so pathetic. You're gonna die next year, dude, from heart disease. And here you are talking shit. Spend your last fucking remaining year on the planet doing something fun, okay?
Reloaded in the dark. Well, the only thing I can say to that is that you might notice that right now I'm reloading this revolver without looking at it and while being distracted by talking to you. And that's with loose ammunition. With a speed...
Doesn't that make me sad? No. Not at all.
Loader, it'd be quite a bit easier and a whole lot faster. The idea that revolvers can't be reloaded in the dark is pure fiction. Next on my list is a plain old shotgun. Lots of good ones out there. A lot of people like autoloaders. Even a double barrel can be very useful. I have a video specifically on doubles and their role as a home defense gun. But my preference is a pump. Let me show you 2 really good ones. This is a Remington 870 and this is a Mossberg 500. And any of the many versions of 870 or 500 or 590 or anyone in that series.
Back fingernails from fingering your own ass? Is that how you think it works? Wait, oh fuck, I should unban him because I think he has some interesting ones. Bro, this is literally how all these motherfuckers look like. Look at that one message. This is what this motherfucker looks like, bro. Listen, all I'm going to say is if I look like shit, I wouldn't be talking shit. Okay? Bro, imagine looking like this and then coming in here and fucking being like, I can't believe you have black fingernails from fingering your own ass. Can you imagine, dude? Wild. Following since May 31st, 2021. Waited for months just to be able to say that, dude. So sad.
Series are probably the most popular choices for personal protection purposes. And with good reason, they're both really good guns. Shotguns at close range can be very effective. And if loaded properly with a small buckshot like number 4 or a large birdshot like number 2 or BBs, they can retain that close range effectiveness while greatly reducing their potential for overpenetration. Now, when we're talking about pump shotguns as a home defense gun, there's two topics that always come up that I have to cover. And fair warning, we'll get back to shooting in a few minutes, but for right now, this is the boring part of the video where I talk. The first thing is what's called the rack the slide deterrent. Now, what that means is that when you see someone about to do something violent, you rack the slide and put a round in the chamber of your shotgun, and that acts as a warning and will dissuade them from doing whatever violent thing they were going to do. Okay. That always comes up when we're talking about shotguns, but that is not the sole bailiwick of the pump shotgun. You can do it with lots of different guns. You can do it with a lever-action rifle. Halt! You can do it with an auto-loading pistol. Halt!
Nah. You can do it with the lever-action rifle, but you can't do it with the fucking pistol, dude. Nah, that shit look weak as fuck, even in your hands, and we know you're a murderer, you know?
A lever-action rifle. Halt! You can do it with an auto-loading pistol. Halt!
Bro, come on, come on, come on. We know this man has killed before, and even then it's like, come on, dude. City News has learned a number of Edson residents are in Edmonton ICUs following a Get COVID party in an attempt to achieve herd immunity.
You can do it with an auto-loading rifle. Halt!
Yeah, it's not the same, man. It's not the same, dude. It's just not. Shotgun hits different. Bolt action or whatever, the lever one is like the only one that it's justifiable. Also, who the fuck says halt, bro? Homie's like a fucking NPC, like a video game character. Halt!
The thing is, when you do that, that rack the slide deterrent rarely works. Anybody who's been around this business very much will probably tell you the exact same thing I'm saying. In fact, believe it or not, in real life I had to do that once and it did not dissuade anyone and I ended up having to kill somebody. Just my life experience, take it for what it's worth. But I get similar...
Okay, bro, that was way too casual, homie. Yeah, he said it. Okay, he fucking said it, dude. That's... I mean, what an incredibly casual way to bring that up. Nope.
Reports from other people, the rack the slide deterrent rarely is effective. The second thing is the age-old debate of whether or not to store your home defense pump shotgun with a loaded chamber or an empty chamber. There's a lot of people in both camps and they have lots of reasons to support why they are adamantly one way or the other. I could probably go on for an hour about just this one topic, but I'll try to keep it short. And I'll just cover what I consider to be the top 2 or 3 reasons on each side. As far as reasons to have a round in the chamber, one will give you one more shot. This particular 870 has a 5-shot tube. If you have one in the chamber, you have a 6th. There's also the matter of it allows you to go into action quietly. Without having to rack the slide, you're not giving away your position or giving away your intent. Both of those things...
Wait, what do you mean giving away your intent? Why is your intent to murder someone? Wait, I'm sorry. What? Did he just say without giving away your intent? These are tips for... Okay, at what point are we saying this is a tip for criminals? Like, giving away your position is one thing. Maybe you're hiding. But giving away your intent? What the fuck? He's literally giving murder tips, dude. This you? No, that's not me.
Things make sense, but I gotta say that they are of marginal validity. In a legitimate home defense shooting where the gun in question is a shotgun, usually those shootings are resolved in 1 or 2 shots. That's why I say even a double barrel it can be viable. And I have yet to find a case where someone fired over 5 shots.
Linus murder tips. Dude, he's fucking... What? Hold on.
So when you're starting out with a gun like this Mossberg with a 7-shot tube, adding an 8th, I don't think really gives you that much of an advantage. Also, as far as giving away your position, now that makes sense and it is applicable sometimes, but for the most part in a home defense shooting, that just isn't part of what's going on. But the number one reason I would say to have a round in the chamber is reliability. I've discussed this before on the topic of auto-loading pistols. What happens is, if you have a round in the chamber, then to get this gun to fire, you have to disengage the safety and pull the trigger. When you do that, there is a chance the gun won't go off. You may fail to disengage the safety completely, the round in the chamber may be a dud, whatever. But if you have to add the step of putting a round in the chamber, then there are more things that can go wrong. You have increased exponentially your chances of some kind of mishap, usually one caused by you. The most common one being short stroking the slide. So just as a matter of reliability, having a round in the chamber can be a big plus. Now, the reasons to not have a round in the chamber. There's a few of them, 2 really big ones. One of those is, when you put a round in the chamber of this shotgun, there is an internal hammer in here that is cocked. And if you're like most people, you leave your pump shotgun sitting there at your house loaded 24/7 for months on end. Even if you're somebody who takes your gun to the range.
Dude, that's literally it. It's over. That's like the only reason as to why you should never do that. How can people even argue against that, dude? It makes no sense. You should never do that. After hide your intent, I'm not sure. I believe he really racked before shooting that time. Yeah. Oh, you mean when he did a self-defense murder, dude? Yeah, I've seen enough. This guy killed JFK for sure.
1 day a month, that'd be a lot more than most people do. But even if you do that, you're still letting your gun sit there, cocked, 29 days out of 30. And there are people who will tell you that spring compression doesn't damage anything, but I'm going to tell you that I have seen guns that have incurred damage and that would no longer work reliably due to nothing more than having had their hammer sprung.
I will be exonerated. Troy shooting defendant vows. A Yakima, Washington man was arraigned on Monday on charges of manslaughter following the shooting death. Dude, I love that. Bringing a kosher harvest. The Wallowa County chieftain. Wait, he killed an indigenous person? This is what school shooters watch? Okay, Benjamin Paul Harrell at 40 appeared before Wallowa County Judge Philip Mendigaran via closed-circuit video teleconference. Harrell was incarcerated at Umatilla County Jail, while Mendigaran was at Union County Courthouse and Wallowa County District Attorney. Harrell was formerly charged with manslaughter, a Class A felony, in the death of Robert Eugene Mills, 26 of Weston. Mills was shot Saturday at a campground in the Grizz Flat area outside of Troy, where both Mills and Harrell were apparently staying, according to the Wallowa County Sheriff Fred Steen. I'm not a flight risk. I didn't leave the scene, Harrell said. I'm absolutely confident in that. When the facts come to light, I will be exonerated. No, this is him, I think. So apparently he got this from a site. Yeah, he said he shot someone because the guy was trying to run him and his family over with a truck. This guy's Facebook is all shit posts. Paul Harrell, America's Most Wanted. I think they're just making fun of him. That page is a meme page dedicated to him. I totally forgot to mention this because I got stun locked by some dude who I said was gonna die of heart disease next year because he's a Howard Stern fan. But it's top of the hour. And that, of course, means that there's a 6-second ad break coming to you. Gun bed? Yo, Americans are crazy, bro. Gun bed? Bed frames designed for the priest of your mind? It's a joke, right? Oh my god, dude. Oh god, America. So interesting and so weird. Okay. I'm just running a fucking ad. I don't give a shit. You know how to fucking avoid them. Motherfucker's been shot at on camera before? Shot at while camping, long version? What?
Imagine you are in bed and hear the sound of glass breaking, followed by large footsteps and voices in your house. When seconds count and the police are just minutes away,
Every 13 seconds a home intrusion is committed? What?
you need to have already thought. Thinking now may be too late. A gun in a nightstand, a closet, or under a bed may not be accessible quickly enough. What if when you woke up the intruders were already in your room? At that point, reaching for a firearm may tip off the intruder where your gun is and get you killed. There is a solution, the patent-pending gun bed. The gun bed is quite possibly the biggest breakthrough in home defense since the invention of the firearm. The gun bed...
Oh my god, are you fucking joking? This is a meme, right? That's
allows
not real.
fast access to a firearm while keeping it secure, off the floor, out of the closet or the nightstand, and away from curious
Look how hard it is to put it back. Got one speed, baby. Pull it out.
children when locked. In the event you hear an intruder and think it would be wise to investigate, the shotgun can quietly be removed, although I used the loudest racking shotgun I could find, because the last sound an intruder wants to hear is the sound of a shotgun racking a shell. That sound is
Oh, he's no longer sleeping. He's helping out.
a universal language that may cause an intruder to flee without any confrontation at all. Notice the muzzle goes past the second person's head, and the natural movement brings it farther away from your loved one. For this reason, never store a pistol in the gun bed. Other features include a small cabinet lock for obvious safety and security reasons, adjustable springs that can be moved to change the pressure needed to...
There's no shot this is real, right? This is all different kinds of dangerous. It can drop on your head and hurt you. That shit's really heavy. Bro, in that situation, like, if an iPhone falls on your face, that hurts. You know what I mean? Like, it's devastating. Can you imagine now a fucking shotgun falls on your head while you're like Having sex with your wife, dude? Oh, yeah, it's real. No, it's not, dude. What? All of our products are currently unavailable. What? Yeah, I can't think of a better way. I can't think of a better way to have a fucking loaded shotgun right next to my head. Seems like a great way to do this. Only a divorced man could buy this? Okay, let's keep going.
Spring compressed for an excessive period of time. And I've got a video where I go on for 20 minutes about just spring compression, so if you got 20 minutes and nothing better to do, you can watch that. But the short version is, I have actually seen guns incur damage because of that. But the much bigger reason to have an empty chamber is that most pump shotguns, when you put a round in the chamber, they have an internal hammer that is cocked, and they are not designed to be drop safe. Even with the safety engaged, if you hit that gun hard enough or drop it, it can bounce that sear and go off. Now, I'm not going to hit my gun with a mallet enough times to set it off just to prove the point. But if you look on YouTube and look up gun failures, you will see quite a few videos where somebody knocked their gun over and it went.
Yeah, like when you have a gun bed, okay? You cock it, you're a pre-cocker, okay? And you have a gun bed, and then you just accidentally murder your wife. There you go. Now you don't have a fucking bitch wife to constantly complain about you having a goddamn gun bed. You know what I'm saying? Much like, fuck, what was that meme, dude? Yeah. Much like Quiznos Pizza, or was it Quiznos Pizza? It tastes a lot better when you don't have a bitch in your ear telling you is... Fuck, what is the meme? I fucked it up, dude. What was the fucking meme? Oh, Little Caesar's Pizza. Fuck! Yeah. Little Caesar's Pizza and the gun bed. Much better when you don't got your bitch in your ear telling you it's bad. Oh, I fucked it up. I fucked the meme up. I'm sorry. The gun bed inventor tried to do a Reddit AMA for marketing? What a terrible idea.
Off. Some of those videos are fake, but some of them are real. And that, to me, is the biggest reason to store with an empty chamber. But with good reasons on both sides, I can say that the only person who can really decide what's right for you is you. But since we're talking about my favorite guns, how do I store it?
Wait, shot the guy 6 times with the rifle while this guy was barreling towards his wife, did not miss once, did not hit the assailant's passenger in the vehicle, level-headed and excellent marksman. Grand jury dismissed the charges and declared it self-defense. Should never have been taken to a grand jury. What the fuck? Wait, there was a passenger?
And what kind of condition do I keep mine in, and how do I address this problem? Let me show you something. My choice for a pump shotgun is a Winchester Model 1897. And it works pretty well. Now let me give you a close-up view of it. Now the way this gun works is it's a pump shotgun with an exposed hammer. While pointed in a safe direction, you put a round in the chamber and your hammer is cocked. And then while still pointed in a safe direction, you lower the hammer to the half-cock position for safety. You can see the safety concerns of this. There's been a...
I'm just surprised that he hasn't brought up an AR-15 in his video about top 5 guns for home defense. I thought that's what the NRA was selling.
A lot of people that have ventilated their roofs with guns like this. But what this does is now with a round in the chamber and the hammer in half cock, there's no spring tension on the hammer. And because the hammer is forward, it's dropped safe. You're not going to bounce that sear. You'd have to hit this hammer with a hammer to break that internal half-cock system and get it to go off. And so it gives me the advantages of a loaded chamber, but none of the disadvantages. Now, this is not a gun for everyone. It has a couple of safety concerns. One, with the hammer we already saw. Also, when you work the slide on this gun, what happens is the bolt comes straight back, and if your hand is not in the right position, you can shear the skin off the top of your thumb. But what I really like about this gun is, because of the way it looks and what it is, if I had to use it, I just look like an old geezer with a gun in his closet. As where if you use a more modern gun like this, especially if you start tricking it out with the pistol grip forestock and the side saddle cartridge loops and the bayonet lug and the...
Bro, why don't you... Oh, he hates tactical shit. Okay? I like this guy. But also, at the same time, kind of weird that he's like, yeah, I want to look... I want to look like I'm not a threat to you so that you'll come at me and I'll fucking murder you, okay? Like, he literally is like, here's how you get a free kill, okay?
Laser sight and all that other stuff. Now, a flashlight on a gun can be a good idea, but when you start putting all those other things, especially when this gun has the word tactical stamped right in it, it can get you looked at with a jaundiced eye in a police investigation. Now, you've seen my big handgun, but sometimes you need a small handgun that you can put in a pocket or in your belt and go to the door and not be so obtrusive. Well, what fits the bill for me is the Arms PM40. Now, this is not an endorsement of Arms. Some people love them. I have not had very good luck with them. But this one, and I don't mean this model, I mean this particular gun, has worked out really well.
This dude murders people with guns? Yeah, no shit. He literally has. He has, and he has gotten away with it. And also is explaining to others how you too can get away with it. Watching this is going to get us on the FBI watch list? Oh. Oh, how silly of you to think that the FBI gives a fuck about people who watch gun lover broadcasts. You are more likely to get on an FBI watch list for fucking saying like dumb anarchist meme shit than watching gun lover broadcasts. Are you kidding me?
And it's got two big things going for it. One, it's a small gun, but it's still a caliber 40 Smith & Wesson, so it's fairly powerful. And two, it has the tritium illuminated sights, a real plus if you have to shoot in the dark.
Did you shoot someone who's breaking into your house at nighttime? Yes.
It comes with 2 magazines. I've got a 5-shot magazine in it, but it also comes with a 6-shot mag that has a foot on it, so you can get a little bit better grip on it. So let's shoot this thing.
Damn, dude!
And being an auto-loader,
this motherfucker is crack shot, dude.
You can keep an extra magazine in your pocket really easily. Not bad at all. Let me show you another small...
Can he light up behind? No, right? That's not gonna like actually light on fire behind, right? He's like 5 feet away. Watching too many movies, Lamount. I don't know, like if it hits like a fucking rock or some shit. Not without incendiary rounds. Wait, guys, I'm not saying you like shoot a fucking gas tank and it explodes. Or whatever the fuck. But can't like a fucking super hot bullet actually only tracer rounds? I bet this dude has a 25-minute video explaining this. That's the most leftist shit you ever said.
Small gun I really like, the Smith & Wesson Model 638. It's a 5-shot double-action revolver in caliber .38 special. It's got a couple of features I really like. One of them is the shrouded hammer. Now there's a lot of good hammerless revolvers out there, but I like the shrouded hammer because occasionally I like the option of being able to cock the
This guy
hammer.
only kills people, not the environment. Tell me you haven't made a fire by hand without telling me. I've never made a fire by hand, despite being a Boy Scout. But also at the same time, I feel like I just meant like fucking like lead hitting like a rock. It really fucking. No, you're saying if you shoot grass, it'll explode, which is way more sensible. Like, can it spark depending on what you're shooting? Lead doesn't spark at all?
Hammer. And being shrouded means I can get it in and out of my pocket without it catching on anything. Let's shoot it. Not bad at all. Now it is just a 5-shot revolver, but there are speed loaders available for it. Now let me show you the other thing I really like about this gun. Another thing I really like about this gun is because it's an air weight, it's very light, I can put it in the pocket of my PT shorts and it won't weigh them down. Also because it's a
Bro, who says PT shorts, dude? Dude, this guy is crazy. Bro, he's gonna go running with a revolver in his pocket, dude. What a psycho.
Revolver with a shrouded hammer. If things get too dicey, I can shoot from my pocket. Now everybody make your snub nose jokes. Ha 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 ha. Okay, let me show you.
Oh my god. First of all, who the fuck calls it PT shorts? And secondly, I'm going back to what I said already. This guy, whenever he's trying to joke, it's just so scary. It's a scary situation.
Revolver with a shrouded hammer. If things get too dicey, I can shoot from my pocket. Now everybody make your snub nose jokes. Ha 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 ha. Okay.
Yeah, he shot holes through his shorts. Now he never has to fucking poke another hole in there again though. He's going to use this technique. He didn't ruin the shorts. He's going to kill again, okay? He has killed and he will kill again. Possibly in those shorts.
Okay, let me show you another gun. I've got one more gun I want to show you. Now we've seen some handguns and we've seen some shotguns, but what about a rifle? Generally speaking, a rifle isn't really a good first choice for a home defense gun, but some people want that option. Problem is when I say rifle, people start thinking of an AR-15 or M16 platform or an AK platform in caliber 7.62 by 39.
According to a study by the Bureau of Land Management in 2013, if the bullet hit a rock that can spark, then the spark dropping into the surrounding dry grass can start the fire. When a bullet hits a target, it can also shatter, then the kinetic energy turns into heat. And when the hot parts land in the dry vegetation, it can start a fire. Oh, so I wasn't wrong. Oh, so I wasn't wrong, dude. Thank you, King DDD05. Oh, look at that, dude. Look at that. And no, that BLM isn't Black Lives Matter for all the fucking weird gun nuts that are, you know, coming in here today.
And although rifles like that can be very effective, I heard someone say, the AK-47, when you absolutely positively got to kill every last person in the room. Well, there's a lot of truth to that.
What?
A rifle. Generally speaking, a rifle isn't really a good first choice for a home defense gun, but some people want that option. Problem is, when I say rifle, people start thinking of an AR-15 or M16 platform or an AK platform in caliber 7.62 by 39. And although rifles like that can be very effective, I heard someone say, the AK-47, when you absolutely positively got to kill every last person in the room. Well, there's a lot of truth to that.
Wait, I'm surprised. First of all, I just gotta say something here. That's really interesting. This guy's the most cherished, celebrated gun lover on YouTube. He's obviously OG. He literally has a fucking confirmed kill under his belt in civilian life in a matter of self-defense. And yet he's saying exactly what I say all the time, that AR-15s are not good for home defense because you will never have an entire death squad of dudes that are coming into your house. It's so strange, dude.
But 7.62 by 39 has a well-deserved reputation for overpenetration. And AR-15 platform rifles, which are usually in caliber 5.56 NATO, can have very long maximum effective ranges. The A2 has a maximum effective range by textbook of 550 meters on a point target, which is probably a little more than what you need for a home defense gun. So, what gun would I select that would have a short enough overall length to be usable in a house, powerful enough to get the job done, but not quite such a tendency toward drastic long range or overpenetration like the 7.62 by 39 has? Well, what works for me is the Beretta CX4 Storm rifle in caliber 9mm.
What the fuck is this, dude? Wait, what? What the fuck? Is this even a gun that's like still available to purchase? I've never seen anything like this. Motherfucker brought out the fucking like laser tag weapon, dude. A Halo battle rifle.
Now,
Bro, you pull that shit out, everyone's leaving the house. They're like, oh, fuck, dude, it's Master Chief. Get out of here.
People might think 9mm is an insufficient caliber, and you might have a point. But remember, out of a rifle barrel, it'll have a little more oomph than out of the pistol. And this rifle also comes in caliber 40 Smith & Wesson and 45 ACP. Now, I selected this one because it uses the same magazines as the Beretta 92 FS pistol.
This guy's more sane than all the AR-15 people? Yes, because everyone that fucking tells you AR-15s are the best weapons for home defense and self-defense in general are fucking either LARPers, Tactical Andes, or NRA gun manufacturer backed dipshits that literally just want to sell you fucking AR-15 kits. That's and when I say it, I'm a pussy. I'm a liberal. I'm a libtard. I fucking hate guns. So blah blah blah. Like shut the fuck up. And that's why he said it. And there it carries a little bit more weight. I mean, it's fun to shoot, and I think it is fun to fucking shoot. Don't get me wrong. It's easy to shoot. It's fun to shoot. But AR-15s were shit in all close quarters, including Iraq and Afghanistan. It's just like, it's not. Like, everyone that tells you an AR-15 is a good weapon to use in home defense is fucking lying to you. And a lot of people do. Most YouTubers do fucking lie to you, by the way. Most gun nut YouTubers literally fucking lie and say the AR-15 is the best weapon for home defense. You're wrong. Easy to control, high capacity, hollow point rounds for no over penetration, accurate. It's literally perfect. No, it's not. It's literally not. First of all, like high capacity is fucking ridiculous. Like, never seen anybody say that. Don't make me pull up 12 fucking YouTubers right now that will literally tell you AR-15 is the best gun for home defense. All gun nerds recommend shotguns for home defense and revolver for carry-on defense for women. You sound like a gun weeb. Shut the fuck up. No, most gun YouTubers tell you AR-15s are fucking tight and great for home defense and blah, blah, blah. And the reason for why they say that is because they want to sell you fucking cool ass, like, you know, AR-15 shit.
Which I already had, so this rifle made a logical choice. This also has the features of, it has the rail system, so you can add all those doodads that I really don't care for, and you can arrange it to where the charging handle is on the left or the right, and you can make it eject out the right or the left. I've got mine set up to eject on the right with the charging handle on the left. So let's shoot this thing. There's a lot of variations, but your typical 92 FS magazine is a 15-shot magazine, which may not seem like a lot, but for home defense purposes, it should be plenty. Not bad at all. Short carbines like this can be brought into action very quickly. Not bad at all. But there's people that have the tendency to think that rifles like this can be fired from the hip or some kind of assault position, and that'll be highly effective. Let's put that to the test. Well, that might look cool, but it really wasn't any faster and certainly not any more accurate than just aiming was. Well, there's my top 5, and remember, those are not recommendations, they're just what works best for me. But in addition to home defense guns, I want to cover one other point, and that's a home defense plan. Now, in the military, in creating a defense plan, we had an acronym, COCO. Key terrain features, observation in fields of fire, cover and concealment, obstacles, avenues of approach. And you apply those same principles to your home defense plan, although certainly not in quite the same way. And in doing that, I would tell you, you have to prepare for those scenarios that are more likely before those that are least likely. Now, there's some guy on YouTube, and he's got...
I refuse to believe this man has only killed once, okay? And that he will never kill again. You will never, ever convince me that this man has only killed once, okay?
A lot of home defense videos, and he says, you will almost always be invaded in a home invasion robbery between 2 and 5 people storming your home with quick and overwhelming force. That's fact 1. Is it?
It's not true.
Now, maybe he's speaking specifically about home invasion robberies while I'm speaking generically about instances in which you'd use your home.
It's literally not true, dude. Like, it's first of all, 3 to 5? Are you fucking nuts, dude? Wait, 5 people? Who the fuck is bringing 4 of their homies on to, like, to steal shit, dude? What the fuck? That's literally harder. That's literally harder to fucking... One, that's more people that are now involved in the crime. No, I know he's agreeing with me. I'm just wondering who the fuck is just like saying shit like that. A lot of that, look, a lot of that is just straight propaganda to try to sell you an AR-15. Once again, in heavy circulation for a reason. And it's popular for a reason. The only way you can justify getting an AR-15 for home defense is if you fucking are at constant threat of being invaded by 3 to 5 people.
Defense gun. But I find that to be rather less likely than the scenario of a burglar.
Yeah, like maybe 35 of you live in South Africa. Yeah, like literally not even.
Enters your house when he thinks you're not there, and then instead of running when he discovers your home, he does something violent to you. I'd consider that far more likely. One day I was talking on the phone to one of my crew who is...
It does happen though, so why not be prepared? Yeah, why not be prepared for a Nicaraguan death squad? It has happened before. Yeah, why not be prepared for 25 people? You know what happened in John Wick? The only time 5 motherfuckers are breaking down your door and assaulting you is if it's the police. Okay, that's it.
Is a retired police officer. My front doorbell rings, and he asks, do I need to get that? And I tell him, no, I look through the window. If it's not somebody I know, I don't answer the door. And he says, well, get ready to have the back door kicked in. because he's dealt with that scenario many, many times. A burglar comes to the front door, knocks on the door, determines you're not home, goes around back, kicks the door in, steals your stuff. I find those scenarios to be far more likely. And not only those, but ladies, that creepy ex-boyfriend of yours that has declared that if he can't have you, no one can. Him coming over to your house and doing something violent to you, or whatever other pervo or rapist, or the list goes on. I find those things to be far more plausible than...
But he's right. This dude is surprisingly sane despite how insane he is. No, he's literally right. Like domestic violence cases where, like, you know, people behave in like incredibly aggressive ways towards an ex that they're like have been abusing or have a history of abuse is insanely more common than 3 to 5 perpetrators fucking breaking down your door and they're like, "Where's all your, you know, cool shit that I need to steal?" Like, think about it. What the fuck do you have at your house? What the fuck do your parents have at their houses that would literally justify a 5-man job? Are you stashing drugs? Are you selling drugs? The only time I've ever heard of a 3 to 5 person, or I think it was literally a 5-person like invasion, was because they were dealing drugs in the house. And that's it. There's never ever an instance where like more than 1 or 2 people are fucking gonna come into your house. The only time where you are genuinely under threat, that you're genuinely under threat, is if you sell drugs and therefore probably have a lot of cash in your house as well, and drugs. And that's it. I'm gonna remember the $3 million house. Yeah, I'm gonna remember the $3 million house with nothing in it. What are you gonna do? Steal the title, dumbass? Like, seriously, that's my point though. What are you gonna do, bro? Is it worth dying or potentially going to jail to fucking steal a, you know, 2080 Ti? You know what I'm saying? It's not. It's so dumb. Do you get it? Or if you've done something fucked up to dangerous people, what are you, 14 years old, dude? What do you mean if you've done something fucked up to dangerous people? Like, do you think this is a movie, dude? Like, what do you mean you've done? What have you done? Who are the dangerous people? Criminals thinking logically? Yeah, you're right, dude. Every criminal is actually just fucking totally just violent and psychopathic for no reason. No, dumbass. Criminals are fucking thinking out of self-preservation. They want to make money. That's why they avoid houses where there's people in the houses. That's exactly the point. Hoggers will talk about, oh, bad guys will get the guns even if they're illegal. It's like, yeah, maybe if they're in a cartel. Oh no, I think I robbed the mafia. Yeah, mafia gang, dude. 14-year-olds, they're like, oh, what if I robbed the mafia gang? 5-man team is certainly going to be logical if they're that organized. The irony is that, like, the most valuable shit that people might want to steal in your fucking house are literally your guns. Okay? That's the irony, is that, like, guns oftentimes are stolen. That's how bad guys end up getting their hands on guns. And that's it. That's the most valuable thing you can grab. Significantly more valuable in the black market, I guess, if you're, you know, selling it to someone else. It's significantly more valuable than a fucking Louis Vuitton bag, even though it is the fucking, you know, originally, if you're buying it at the store, around the same price. Or your electronics. Dude, carrying a fucking TV or your fridge. Yeah, dude, they're gonna steal your fucking fridge, dude. Bro, please, guys. Are the only criminals that you're thinking of, like, you know, meth heads or something? Like, what do you mean? Who's gonna try to steal a fridge, dude? No, dude, they fucking steal jewelry if you have jewelry. If you have cash, they'll try to fucking steal your cash. This is not like a 14-year-old TikTok devious lick, dude. You're arguing with 10. Yeah, I am arguing with 10-year-olds.
Between 2 and 5 people storming your home with quick and overwhelming force. And while I'm talking about preparing for more likely before less likely, I see people buy $800 handguns, and then they'll go out and buy $40 boxes of ammunition. But I can't get them to spring for the $5 it would take to buy batteries and make sure their smoke detectors work. You must prepare for the things that are more likely. Are your household cleansers and poisons out of the reach of little children? Now, I don't want to belabor this point, but my brother is a deputy sheriff and has been for over 25 years, and in that time he has never shot at anyone, nor been shot at. But
Bro, this dude is so funny. I mean, he's right. Bro, this motherfucker has more kills than his deputy sheriff brother, dude. That tells you something about fucking small town sheriffs. I bet his brother, though, on the other hand, literally thinks that, like, he's under attack every day. You know what I mean? Thin blue line.
And saved the day with a home fire extinguisher just like this that he paid $25 for. Those scenarios that are more likely before those that are least likely. Now, there's one other home security device I want to show you. There's one more thing I want to show you for home defense, and that's a dog. Now, she's a Newfoundland and he's an Irish Wolfhound, and in reality, she's about as mean as a marshmallow and he's about as tough as tapioca. But that's not really the point. The main thing is people who would come into your home uninvited usually don't like dogs of any kind, let alone a dog this size. And the main thing a dog can do for you is bark. A wiener dog can do that. I just happen to like these particular breeds. So, as always, don't try this at home. I'm what you call a professional, and thanks for watching my top 5 guns for home defense video.
The dog is massive. This was actually a pretty good video, surprisingly. I mean, it's like, I mean, I guess not surprisingly, he knows his shit. He's right.